Yo, let's go. Hotspot me, Aaron. Hello, guys. Hello, 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 hello. Come in, come in. Thank you. Yo, let's go. Why am I hearing this, Tabuna? All right. All right. We are here. We are here. Thank you guys for tuning in. I see Rofio Neville. I see Donkey. I see Katrajo Molo. I see Leroy, Bila, Tabo, Moile, Colin, Neti Sakilembuli, Daniel. Guys, we see you. Just come in, tag everyone. We have an amazing show tonight. Tega wonke umuntu okhona nje omaziyo empilweni nje. Nalo ngafuna ukukhulumisa mtag. Sifuna ukumbona, sifuna ukukhuluma naye today. Konke esifuna ukumtshela yona important kabi ukuthi uJesu uyabuya quick before iWhatsApp gifting iphela. Come in. Come in, guys. Come in, guys. Tag everyone. Yo, Ayodele, I see Ayodele there. What's up, brother? I hope you're well. Mokhao Mamabole, Dunani, Shamaine, we'll see you. Nominki, Team Silawule, we'll see you, brother. Nelisa, we'll see you. We'll see you, Lindingonella. We'll see you, Dumelo. We'll see you. Mutswedi, we'll see you. Refense, we'll see you. Ndabam Kize. We see you, DC. Come in, guys. Siabulela. Take some more people, guys. Take some more people. 1 minute left. We see you. Nekukazi Siagbona Sisi. Samugelo, we see you. We see you guys. Come through, guys. Tandegam Kwanazi, we see you. In Him Records, we see you. Donkey, get out of there. I think I must block you, yes. Thank you guys. Ntutugo Lagamandla, we see you. Right, I think let's go. It's 22. It's 22. Who's with me? Lebza, are you there?
Hey Tara.
Come on, Nitsimbi.
Khona umuntu uyathandaza la.
Yeah, uthandaza uthini?
There's someone praying or we shall not have level situation
today.
Today.
So you haven't received you haven't received your fiber till today.
Till today, my brother. The thing, you know what we found out, Uti, everything based on the infrastructure. And it's the houses we are in now, they were built recently. So
yeah,
the actual fiber thing, it had just a street away from where we are.
Yeah.
So they're still trying to work on it. So they said probably November, December. So between now and then, it's gonna be a tricky situation. But yeah.
Oh, okay. No, it's cool because people.
I pray that even the people are patient with me through this situation. Unless if they have a better solution, if they can hoy in fiber for me, then they can come to my house. But yeah, we are here. So
no, I don't know. Soon they'll be watching you from DSTV, so it's not a problem. I'm sure they'll be able to wait a bit and just be patient. Josie, sharp, man. I wait before I go to Josie. Oh, grand.
Man, life have me fresh for it. Fresh.
Okay, no, that's cool. Thank you, brother. Josie, grand. Josie's in the dark, Buffy too. I don't know what's going on. Josie? Do you want to unmute maybe?
He's driving. He's driving. Yeah, Josie's still driving.
Oh, okay. Josie, we'll check you later in about a few minutes, yeah? Ngoba ngalento ayenzayo angazi ukuthi ivunyelekile mara ke abantu vele basemhlabeni nje vele abamameli nje generally. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I see all of you have tagged a lot of people. Lebo is with us today. Hopefully for the whole show. So
yeah, I hope so as well. Yeah. The same prayer that everyone is praying, I'm also praying. So
yeah. Reginald, thank you so much for joining, my brother. You are late, but we see you.
Hey, problem child. Classroom.
No, I think he was still ironing before we are ironing the show. I'm a big color productions, yeah. So
sure.
Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Today we just want to have a chill show again and take it easy. But I know that it's going to be an amazing show. Amazing show. I have a friend or two that are here that are going to come through. Well, that's only if I get them on the phone. So we just wanted to really maybe just before we start. Speak to all the men that are out there about GBV and the headlines are really not nice, and so many females are affected over and above for what is happening with the COVID. So I think we just want to speak out to all the men who are out there and just to say, look, let's take care of our female, our women, and see sisiphathe kahle bafowethu man. Ngoba I think the other thing is you sokela umntwana abantu azohlala nawe manje angathi masekafika azohlala nawe bese ke abe punching bag, you know, whether emotionally or physically. So let's really take care of our women and protect them. So I really wanna maybe just beg all the men not to do what they're doing, whoever is doing it. Let's just love our women and take care of them. Lebza, you wanna throw in a word or two there?
Yeah, man. Look, I think this issue obviously has been emphasized a lot on the media platforms. You know, all the tragedy is tragedy. Yeah. There's a lot that has been happening, of which it's saddening to see that our fellow brothers are doing things that obviously they are uncalled for. You know, I mean, I always look at all these things and think of how where I grew up, and growing up, we were always taught to treasure women, you know. And I think for us, Rona, it might a bit disgusting when you have been growing up, knowing a woman, you know, should be treated like this, should be treated like that, you know, and in such a beautiful way, you know. And then you grow older and then you realize how there are people that are actually doing a total opposite of that, you know. So I think it's just a matter of always saying to our fellow brothers or guys, let's try and change for the better. Let's change for the better, you know. And especially also the ones that, as you were saying, so when you take someone, you say you love them, and then you start living with them, and you are all trying to build up a better life, and then eventually that changes into fist fights and domestic violence and all of that. I think that becomes tricky, you know, because at the first place, one always has to remember why at the first place you said you love a person, why at the first place you said let's become a couple, let's become this, you know. Always try and put yourself in a position you also and try and treasure that person, even if you see which isn't a sambi, rather stay away from anything that will put someone's life in danger, you know. And I mean, let's just take care of our women, our sisters, our wives, our girlfriends, whatsoever. And it doesn't even have to be someone close to you that you will treasure and cherish, you know. The women that you meet on the streets, you know, treat them with that much respect. I mean, this whole thing, it goes beyond just the people you are close to. And I think if we are able to spread such love like that, eventually it will cover up the whole world, you know. So
okay, guys, it's just us saying no to gender-based violence. Let's just make sure that we spread the message. Okay, I see people are suggesting some things that are really debatable, so let's not Harrison says, "Keep a fan about the Vita. Please talk to them." Hey, I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure about that. You know, I drove a VW as well upon some time, so I don't remember doing that. So I don't know. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I see all of you. I see all of you guys come in. Opo Aaron, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right, mfowethu.
Yeah, you're right.
No, bese ngithi nje hayi ngicheck nje ngithi no to gender-based violence, ne? Bese ngidlula nje. Yeah. Ngenze sure. Nina bafana be-studio, nina bahlala e-studio the whole day lapho.
Kathi ugain weight manje u-Aaron udlani endlini. Eyi udla kamnandi yazi. Ke bona mara una le maramanyana no bra Aaron.
Yeah. No, it's cool. Right, let's get on to the show, guys. Guys, so on that note, I have a friend, someone that I've known for quite some time now. I still need to remember where we met, actually, and but I've known her for quite some time now, and I know that she's an amazing piano player, keyboard player as well, and a great music director, producer / band leader / artist / roadie / band, you know, yonke into nje / so but I thought maybe let's have her come through and we'll just chat to her about what she's been through, and I know that I sort of like indirectly begged her to come through because she was meant to come in last week and she was getting out of hospital, blah 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 / that's a testimony for another day. So but today when we spoke, she just said, look, I'm available, let's do this. And I'm so excited to have her, and I think this it's more of an exciting show for us because we needed to have women come in and speak to speak to other women that are out there who are not exploring the talented side that God has given them. So guys, please welcome. What show it is and general marketing. Please welcome Lindy Ngonelo. She's here. Lindy, what's up?
Hey.
Oh, hola. All right.
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, ngiyabona ukuthi use-basement ethize. Ngizona i-basement yakho. I-basement yakho ine-2 yama-floors. So uno B1 no B2. So B1 kula kunepiano nezinto, and then B2 and then kind of ufika ku-ground level. Grand.
Level.
Yeah, what about levels? Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming through. And
thank you.
How have you been? How is the quarantining treating you? And I know that the game has changed drastically for us who are in the entertainment space. And I know that you're in and out of Joburg and home and blah, 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 and all of that. How are you?
I'm doing good. So you mentioned that I was in hospital, and I just spent the night there, and I had to just go through a medical procedure. But I'm home in Durban, recovering. So I'm just taking it easy. I'm just taking it one day at a time. But I'm doing good. I've been okay also during the whole lockdown period. You know, I can't complain. Yeah, I've been good.
Okay, so Tinesi complain, I'll complain when, eh?
But what good does complaining do? What good does complaining do?
Well, you know, a gig or two would do, and you know, that kind of vibe, you know.
I've had a couple of online gigs in this period, and it's very different. I think it's something that we could probably gravitate towards too, but it's very different because I think a lot of times we as performers, we kind of feed off the energy from the audience, you know. So because we have a virtual audience, we kind of have to just feed off what we think they're giving off. We have to feed off the energy that we think they are giving off, you know. But that's also been a very interesting avenue, which I think could probably be a feasible thing in the future.
Just to explore. And like let's look, I think you've done a lot of interviews where they ask you where you're from and blah blah blah, who are you, when did you start playing piano? We're not about that life really. I think you've seen some of the shows, so those who would really want to go in and get all those details, they should follow you on Instagram and Facebook. And I know all of you are everywhere. So, but take me through this, you and piano and playing at church. I know you're the MD, or you're the music director at the Gateway, right?
Yes, I am.
Or band director. I know that Ishpila.
Band, yeah, I think I prefer band director rather.
Why?
Because that's what I am. I just direct the band, really.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, yeah. You know, if we're gonna be technical about it, I just direct the band. Really. Yeah.
Yeah. And tell me how is it? I mean, just directing. Obviously, I'm just gonna put it out there. I mean, you are a female. You're directing guys who are playing, and obviously, I know that you are technically strong. And you can stand for yourself verbally and physically in playing. But how's the experience though? Because I know that, I mean, you're the instrument you play, so pretty much a man-dominated kind of instrument or whatever. I don't know how to put it, but you know that a lot of guys are playing piano, and now you find yourself now leading other men and telling them what to do and trying to put up good music for every Sunday, you know? How's the experience for you?
I think for me it's been pretty good. I don't want to leave out anything, but it's been pretty good, man. I think the biggest thing for me has been just how well I've been received. and how I've kind of had my position sort of solidified in the church, and so I'm given that platform. I'm given that liberty to run the music at church. And so I basically just get direction from Apostle Gamete, and then he's like, look, this is the direction that we as a church are taking. So can you make sure that the music we do is in line with this direction that the church is taking, So this also has in turn introduced me to a lot of gospel artists that I didn't know of before, and introducing me to their music, which then also forces me to expand my musical repertoire just when it comes to church, So it's been pretty cool. I think for the most part, it's been pretty cool.
Pretty cool, no? Yeah, because I mean, I know your yeah, Pastor Kametse is really yeah, he's got a music ear, man. He's like precise. He knows exactly what he wants, and
completely.
And I know that he loves to involve. I mean, especially music is more close to him, and I think he's really grateful to have you as well. I remember when I came there as well. I mean, we played together there once or twice or so. Yeah. I had to stand in for you for some other Sundays as well back in the day. Yeah. So and then on the other side, you have a band as well, where you're doing just your music that you jam with, and tell me about that.
So that is like a completely different world from the church.
From the church, yes. Yeah.
So because I studied jazz, I think I just kind of naturally gravitated towards the jazz side of things when it comes to music. So the music that I primarily play and compose would be jazz. And so when I have Lindingonelo gigs, I generally have a quintet, which consists of rhythm section, myself, a bass player and a drummer, and then I usually have 2 horn players. So that's generally my setup. That's generally my sound. When I hear melodies and whatnot, I'm hearing melodies in a quintet kind of setup.
Okay. Yeah. And is it females only or mixed?
I'm the only female. I play with guys.
So what's up with you and men? It's like you don't want to jam. What's going on with other women? You don't flow. You don't pray. You don't pray together. You don't pray together.
No, it's not like that. I think the only instance where I generally play with females is if somebody books me because because a client is specifically requesting a female band, But for me, I think it doesn't really have anything to do with gender preference or anything like that. But the guys that I play with are guys that I've known for like the longest time. And so they've always known my sound from like way back. So even if I were to call them like now and be like, guys, we need to do a gig now, they already know my music. They already know if I call out a tune, a cover, they already know what arrangement we're going to do, So I think probably it would just be a matter of like comfort, I think, being comfortable with playing with the guys that I generally play with.
Yeah. Who's in the quintet?
So my horn players, I'm very fussy about my horn players. So I usually play with Sianda Zulu, who's a trumpet player. And then I play with Umxolisi Ndlalose, who's a tenor sax player. So those are my like standing horn players because they get me. So they get, if I want to make a change in the middle of a song while we are on stage, we'll just have eye contact and they'll know what that eye contact means, So that's my band. And then bass players and drummers, usually I play with Tembinkosi Mavimbela, who's an upright bass player, and then I play with Spelelo Mazibuko as well. That's pretty much my setup.
And Spelelo, the brother, is with you in the church as well.
The brother, yes, he's one of the pastors.
Yes. He's our graphic designer as well. The site, so that's great. I just hope other women that are out there are being challenged as well as you speak. What's your advice so I can let you go and what's your advice to other women who are really aspiring and obviously there's a whole lot of things in their head. They are shy. They're not sure whether men will listen to them. And I don't know, that kind of vibe, the kind of space. How has it been for you, MJ?
Yeah. I think it could come down to maybe lack of exposure. I think a lot of females are not exposed to the fact that females can be instrumentalists. Females don't only have to be singers, you know. So I think the more that they can be exposed to myself, Ostebza, people
Tandy.
who are, you know, Grace, who's also a great bass player, you know, people who are in the field, like actively performing in the field. I think the more exposed they get to that, and just also maybe interacting with us also, and just kind of finding out how we started, where we started, and how did we manage to, as a minority, how did we manage to kind of just, you know, push our way through. I think that could be a form of encouraging them to be able to get on this journey. And I also just believe that it's never too late, you know. I've had females who are like in their 30s or 40s asking me, hey, do you think I can still learn how to play the piano? You know, is it not too late for me? And I'm like, look, it's never too late. You know, you can always pick up an instrument at any time, for as long as your brain is still functional and you're still breathing and you're still alive. You know, there's nothing that you can't do. So yeah, man, I think if females have got a wish to get into the instrumental side of things, I think that they should just go for it. They should just go for it. Yeah.
That's great. There's a question for you. There's a question for you from Mutswedi. She's asking, do you have music out there that we can check out?
I don't have music of my own. I've been having so many things like holding me back from actually just going to record my own material. But I used to be part of a band called Heels Overhead in Durban. So they have an album. In fact, we have 2 albums, and then one of them is an EP. So Heels Overhead is on all digital platforms. Okay. And I'm a songwriter also. I wrote some stuff way back for Swazi Dlamini and for Tepo as well, Tepo Ngoma. Yes. So yeah, man, look, it's in the near future. It's in the plans for me to get into studio and record my material. Yeah.
Yeah. I think we'll have to arrange a show, just the Akonje, a good full hour where we just talk about all the productions you've done. And I know that you've worked with Swazi as well. You know, you've been around, and we truly appreciate you. Thank you again for coming through and then for agreeing to this. And I just hope all other women as well who are keyboard players and who are shy maybe at just pushing and making sure that they do this. Guys, here's another lady who's doing it and successfully so. Please follow up and check her out and practice your instruments. Thank you, Lindy. We pray for speedy recovery and take care of yourself. Quarantine, please.
Definitely.
Sharp. Thanks, take care, yeah?
Thanks,
sure.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Bye.
Hey, senizoleka bafethu indaba zasemkhashweni. Yeah, okay, some comments were popped in late, so I could have just read them to her. Thank you so much, guys. So Ulindi, yeah, she's an amazing piano player. I mean, you know, she's been around, you know, she's really been around and doing this. I know that we respect her, we love her as a producers as well. And this is just an encouragement to other ladies that are out there. Let's have someone younger. That has really came into my space as well. And she really, when I first saw her or heard of her was through an Instagram vibe that she did. She did a cover of one of my songs and blah, 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 blah. And then I contacted her and then we featured her on my show, one of my launches, the one in Pretoria. And I think all of you know her. She's so amazing and talented. And Rumbi.
Hi, Cody.
How are you, producer? Well, producer serious fella wena, you know. Finally, I introduce and the show go to producer is there, you know.
But I appreciate it nonetheless.
Okay. All is well?
Yeah, all is well. All is well. All is well.
Yeah. Can you tell us your full name and pronounce it the way you know, the right way, so that everyone knows it?
For some reason, many people mispronounce my name, even the short one. So I just need to clarify that for the people who, including you, actually. And I mean, I've told you several times my name and you still pronounce it wrong. So, but anyway, so my full name is Rumbidzai. Rumbidzai, it's a Shona name. No, I'm not Shona. I don't have Shona in my bloodline. I just have a Shona name. Very beautiful Shona name. It means praise. It's Mishang Dumisani. Yeah.
Rumbishani.
In short, it's Rumbi, not Rambi. Like you said.
But well, you know, I always say Rumbi Rambi. They must just go together, you know.
I know.
Can I also say rugby?
Rugby or rugby or something. Maybe just, you know.
I do not know where those pronunciations.
That's cool. How have you been? Are you well? Are you making some music?
Actually, I'm studying, so we have been doing this online studying thing. It's hectic. It's actually twice as worse as when you're in class. I've been trying to do music here and there. I've been having a few features, been doing a few overdubs, you know. I once that, so it went really well actually. So that's what I'm doing now. Other than that, I'm focused a lot on school. What's up the thing? But then, yeah, there's just a lot that I'm trying to incorporate in my life, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think all females who are here, guys, I think you should get your dukes now. I think it's the time for dukes, because I think we're pushing IBM Bogota today. Rumbi, you are a music producer. That I can't take that one away from you. And I know that you're still growing, obviously trying to grow your following and whatnot, and the experience as well. Someone is saying you are our CEO, so yeah, no, you've got a crazy following, and I know a lot of people really love you. But walk me through the stuff you use. I mean, obviously some guys, they kind of like think, hey, what software is she using? How did she get through this? Because obviously of that thing, it says she's a woman, she can't learn all these things. And blah blah blah, which is nonsense. What software are you using?
Right now I use a software called FL Studio, Fruity Loops.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're aware of it. It's very user friendly, so I kind of got stuck on it and got acquainted to it. And I tried Cubase. I tried what's this one, Logic, but ones are they're a lot. So yeah. I'm using FL Studio. It's very user friendly and whatnot.
Yeah. And you own a motif, and you have a motif as well.
Motif. We're pushing the motif. The other thing I use M Audio BX5 monitors.
Yeah.
I don't know if you see them, over here. And I use
the SE. The SE.
Yes, this is an SE. I actually am very adamant on quality stuff, not necessarily expensive wise, but I mean, it has to be proper stuff and affordable. So I usually go through a lot of YouTube, tutorials and YouTube X, when people buy stuff and they review, that's the word. So I usually go through a lot of reviews to make sure that what I'm buying is actually gonna do the job. Doesn't necessarily have to be expensive. I'm still a student, I don't have the money, but then it has to do the job, and it has to at least, push the quality.
And so how do you feel? How do you feel about being a female and doing this in a male-dominated space? I think when Kakulu, the production Kakulu, it's unlike Ulindi as well, but it's even worse Kakulu because there's quite a lot of music producers. Most of them are males. And what challenges are you facing, except money, obviously, and whatnot, just to grow the equipment? But in general, Nje, how's the whole experience and whole the vibe, Nje?
How I feel, it's a great experience, to, like Ulindi said, I had a very welcoming platform. I had a lot of people actually welcome me well. I think I put myself out there in a sense of, as much as I know a few things, I want to learn a lot of things, especially from the people that I come across. So it's been a great experience. I've met a lot of people actually through this thing, through learning, teaching each other and whatnot. Challenges I experience is there's a lot of doubt on us. Well, I speak for myself, but there's a lot of doubt that comes with you putting yourself out there as a musical producer, saying, yo, I can do this for you, trust me. You have to prove yourself. Think twice as males have to, So I think that's one of the things that would be troublesome, to have to over advertise yourself sometimes as a music producer. How I put out so many covers to kind of advertise myself and whatnot. I don't think many males go through that. You know what I'm saying? They don't really go through the situation of having to put themselves out there and be in people's faces for them to be convinced that they actually have the potential to pull off something, So I think one of the biggest things, doubt, and pretty much that.
Okay. So guys, send him Zwileke. Let's not doubt. I can vouch for Rumbi. I know that she does clean productions, clean, and I've been listening to your stuff, and I know that. In fact, I can tell you right now, you program way better than me. I really don't like programming at all. I try and I do it obviously if it's a TV gig or something, and low budget or high budget that you don't want to share. But but I don't generally like sitting and programming and doing all of that for a production to be released. I always prefer going the live or semi-live kind of vibe. And I have a lot of people that I call. If I need drums, I just send it to someone. He does the drums, send them back. I put my keyboard, send the bass player there, or whatever, do a bass synth, But I know that you do that clean. My question to you though is, if I were to bring an artist to you now and say, can you produce this artist? Can you do that for me? Do you think you are ready to get your music out there and to get your sound out there? And deliver, and I know that obviously I'm asking this in just not trying to really be funny. I know you can, but I want to hear it from you so that was more pie, so that when clients come to you, you must deliver.
That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. Let me say it depends. It really, really depends, because I am a lot of things, but one thing I'm not is a liar. I will not say I can sing while I cannot, especially if a certain artist comes with a certain style which I'm not used to, or not necessarily used to, but which I cannot pull off, which I know people that are more which are deeper into it. Like, for example, if somebody comes to me with a neo soul type of vibe, I would cringe a little because I don't have much experience in it, you know. Compared to maybe the gospel approach of things, I would confidently say, okay, no, let's sit down, let's work it out. But then I'm saying it depends. I will not take something I cannot pull off because I don't want to mess up the music.
Yeah.
Okay,
but I still feel you can do it. I think you can handle a clean gospel project. Not obviously maybe those new souls because maybe they might not buy it here in SA, but I know that you can handle a clean gospel project and as a keyboard player. In fact, let's just leave producing outside. I think you can play the piano throughout the show and really, I don't want to say the other things I wanted to say, but I know that you can be a good music director and people can follow you. But yeah, thank you so much. Something is playing on my side that is disturbing me. Sorry. Josie, are you there? Okay, now we can't hear you. It's cool. All right, I'll close it here. These guys are still sorting themselves out. Thank you, Rubita, but thank you so much. And I know that you've prepared something for us. So I'll play it at the end. We'll close the show with it as a teaser of what you are able to do. And thank you so much for coming through. And I know that we're still going to have you. I'm feeling, this week I've been feeling like we need to do a worship coalition, A1, just for the saints. I think you should be part of it. And we'll definitely contact you soon about it. And but yeah, guys, Frumbi has pretty much laptop production, keyboard, very, very, very. It's not expensive anymore, but you can't find. It's so expensive that you can't find it on the shops anymore. You're using a Motive. In fact, there's only 2 females that I know that are owning Motives now. You're the second one. And the first one is Nobisa from Joyous has a Motive ES8. I used to used to bug her for it and say, hey man, can you please borrow me your Motive? I know she has an ES8. If not, she has an ES8, and you have an ES7. That keyboard, we can't find it anywhere. And I know production companies that are really struggling getting that keyboard, and you have it. And this is really great. Other male producers are busy. They're busy. I don't know. But hey, it's a musical instrument after all. It's just a musical instrument. But yeah, thank you so much for coming through. I know that Josie wanted to speak to you as well, but he's sorting himself out. He's seated now in a room. Let me just go through. Now people are calling you our CEO.
No, for having me. Good.
And Leroy is saying she still has that keyboard. I want my piece much, DS, but thank you so much. Just thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming through. We'll have you soon, eh?
No problem. Thank you.
Sharp.
Yeah.
So, guys, I've introduced 2 people here. One is an amazing keyboard player. One is an amazing piano player, which is great. She's a jazz pianist as well. She does gigs. I know that she's worked and done a lot of gigs that we were part of as well. And the second one is a music producer. She programs, she sits down, she put vocals, do editing, and some bit of mixing as well. To all the females out there, guys, I think it's doable if they are doing it. There's a lot of females that are international that are doing this. And please, guys, let's just work on it. They are asking if Morolo is in the room. Morolo is in the room. He's praying. I can see him. He's just kneeling down. Let's give him some time. Okay, June. Okay, Brian, thank you. Number EO9. When I Brian EO9, you know. I don't want to go deep here. So there's a lot of singers that are out there. I'm doing a webinar. I'm doing a webinar for singers. I'm doing a webinar for singers where we'll be talking technical. It's just going to be a technical webinar. We'll do it on Zoom. We're not going to go live, and you guys, you'll come in. I'll be doing with Job Taco. We'll be talking softwares. We'll be talking gear as well, and just a walkthrough for all the singers. Actually, I mean, when we say singers, I don't mean just females only. And I know that there's a lot of male singers who don't have studios and all of that. Check it out. I'm going to put a poster soon. It's going to be amazing. We'll walk through all the softwares and using your phone as your studio. You getting an affordable laptop to do this and whatnot. So check out that webinar. I'll announce it soon the next couple of days. We'll be talking all of that, mic techniques and all of that, what type of mics you should buy. We'll be on the technical side, not really a webinar about singing and all of that. We'll let those who are doing it so that you guys can support them as well. So we're going towards the end of the show, guys, but I have these two amazing guests. I don't know who to start with, but I think they're just amazing. And both of them are songwriters. They are songwriters. And I've requested songs from them for years. They've given me songs, and I know that they've written big songs. They've written songs for pretty much everyone who's out there who has requested a song. And these are females, and these people are doing it, and they're doing it and successfully so, and well, clean, professional. Mawucela ingoma ayibhale kahle afake iverse afake ne-chorus ne-bridge akunika nje into egcokile impahla makathi no ngine-chorus kuphela ukuthi le-chorus li-word based lihleli kahle alidingi ukufaka amathayi nento eziningi nje. You just put it in, put some earrings nje, and then just record it, and I don't know who to start. Start ngobani, guys? Or do you want to come in, both of you, or what do you want to do? I don't know. You tell me. You guys are looking at me. Let me check. Josie, are you settled? I'll come back. I'll come back to this guest. Let's just keep them waiting a bit. Yeah, we can hear you, but it sounds like you are in a hall. You are in a hall.
Okay. I mean,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
as far as Microsoft concerned, so.
Yeah, you're using reverb. There's too much reverb. Please take down the reverb. No, you're gone now. You're gone. You're gone. We can't hear you.
Yeah, it's not the enemy, right? It's just, hold on.
Lebza, are you back in the room?
Yeah. Sorry, man. Yeah, I had to take care of something quickly. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm here.
Guys,
I'm here. Am I back?
Way better now. Thank you. Remember,
you are back, sir.
Okay, yeah.
Stay right there. Stay right there.
Yeah.
I will remain here.
Guys, I think we're looking for a partner. We want to fire Lebo. Lebo is not making the partnership flow because he disappears. He's got something to do. He's shooting productions during the day alone. Lebo, I'm really questioning your commitment. It's really questionable, man. I just feel like when we started, you had this oomph, and now it's gone. I don't know, man. Since this WhatsApp gifting thing has started, people think they're making money. Yes,
only if I stop all these things that I'm doing on the side, your career will stop. So I do all these things just to cover you, just so that your future is bright. So don't let me spill the beans. Don't let me spill the beans.
Yeah, guys, please.
This has nothing to do with me. I'm just
all of this that you're doing, you're just doing it for me. Hey, yeah, no, guys.
Maybe we should start auditioning a female producer.
Yeah, I think we should. Please, Marule.
Have suggestions, maybe. Yeah.
No, I think he should suggest the producer and hire the producer.
Yeah. In fact, I would like to go further, but I'm not too confident because I was late today. So
don't.
I would love to say, but
when I leave, I live with my mind, with my brain and all my ideas. But anyway, let's leave it there.
Guys,
Sure.
I have these two amazing females here. Let me start with the younger one, and then well, I just feel like I'm so excited just to have them both here. So we'll find a way. We'll find a way to cross-question both sides and whatnot. So we have Tobile Mahlangu, not Tobile Mahlangu, sorry. Ramaloko, how are you, ma'am?
Tobeka. I'm good, thanks, and how are you?
I'm trying to get him out of my head, you know.
You're worried about your career now.
I'm worried about my job, Tobeka. I'm worried about my gig, so I'm trying as much as I can to make sure that I remember, you know.
Yeah.
How are you, Tobeka Ramaloko? How are you, ma'am?
I'm good, thanks, and how are you?
We're good. It's good to see you. I know we haven't spoken in a while. The last time I saw you, I was at Pastor Soli Mahlangos, and I saw you from the audience because I had to bounce quickly. Are you well?
I am well. I am really well. How are you?
We are good. We are good. The guys are here. We're just excited to have you. And I know some people, they're just thinking, hey, imagine Tobeka or the guys. And I mean, Mahlangu, so you know, there's a lot of things going on. So I've known you for a very long time, and you've written songs for some of the productions I've been doing. You've given me amazing songs. Some songs I didn't even record them because I felt they're supposed to be in your project, so let me take them back. You know, you've been writing. Yes, I know you are still young, age-wise compared to other producers, but other songwriters that are out there. But you've written beautiful music out there. I don't know where to start, really. You know. I don't know where to start. Maybe let's do the cheesy way of doing things. So tell me about the albums where you've written songs for the artists.
Why are you changing your voice now? Hey, this guy.
So tell us about yourself. So you've been writing. When did you start writing? How did it come about?
I think it's I started a long time ago. I think the first song I wrote was for Olanis Tole.
Yes.
Olanis Tole on his first album. The song was titled Glory Belongs to You. I think that was the first song that I wrote for for a gospel artist. Yeah.
And
then
like
2016. Yeah,
but that can't be the first song, man. 2016.
I wrote songs before, but I'm just saying with a song that was just out there. That was the first song. Yes.
Yeah.
But I've written songs before. Yeah,
and I know, Pela, you've written some stuff for Lebus Khobela as well. I'm writing. What were those songs? What were those songs that you wrote? Which albums?
I think the first song was in. I think was it her second album?
Yeah, the second is.
Was it her second album?
That was like probably a fourth album or third album because she had albums before. Yeah, she had albums before then.
But I don't remember the title of the song. And I was part of the project, Pingibeka, but I don't remember the title of that song. And then I wrote her song.
Called the next album, the one recorded in Rema as well.
Yes, that album, Umoya Wami. Yeah, I think that is the title of the song. That was the title of the song. So I wrote 2 songs for her, yeah.
And then you wrote as well on Joyous as well for Toli the other year.
Yeah, Joyous 21, I think, and then Good Joyous 22, because I joined Good Joyous 22. I wrote 2 songs there. Good 23, I wrote 2 songs. Good 24, I wrote 2 songs. So basically the song that I was singing and someone else's song. Yes.
So how do you write? What happens when you write? I mean, I know that you know I am asking. Abantu abadala now in age when they write, I write from the experiences, the life where I've been, and what you check out una 62 or una 40 una 42 45 very una experience ethize yenhlupheko yenzikile over years. So so some of these songs, they're coming from a place makathi ngijulise Nkosi uyazi ukukhuluma ngani yabo makathi umoya wami Nkosi umoya wami uhlukumezekile baba uyazi ukukhuluma ngani yabo manje wena ukwazi ukuthi ngangidaka ngangiphuza lesikhathi una 20 awangaphuza usasiphile, you were just sipping, so but you've been writing beautiful music. You've been writing. What happens? What's your starting point?
Thank you, man. I can't really say that I have a formula. But with most of the songs that I've written, it comes with the life experiences. Just like you said, Uti, you don't think that I'm old enough to can write about intrupegos and stuff. But I just feel Uti, whatever would be happening around my space at that time, things that I go through, things that I see people go through, such songs of experience, and then some of the songs just comes through inspiration. Yes. Yabona, I think ingoma zami eziningi nje ngithatha inspiration yakhona ngithatha ezwini. Someone will always tell me ukuthi yabona ungabhala ingoma eziningi wenzeni shone phansi shone phezulu, but yabona uma une foundation yezwi, you are settled. You can never go wrong with that. So some of the songs vele melody qala, and then I record the melody. The lyrics comes after. Sometimes it's the lyrics first, and then the melody after. Sometimes yonke into figure at once. So I don't really have a formula. I don't really have a formula.
Yeah, umoya wakho uhlukumezekanga, so you wouldn't write about But let me ask you a question before the guys jump in. When I met you, we met
Jonas Masutla.
Wait, even before that, no, that I called you there probably a year later. We met a ShopRite outside. Not Celia's, SLN, and you see, in the streets of Setambo, they know now. Saying cover files was Pitori, man. The streets of Setambo, I think it's what is
Celia's or late? No, Celia's, I think.
No, Celia's late, ne? Late was a ShopRite and thing. Now, let them so you should also be pet. It has been a problem for years, and I know that a lot of people. And I know that a lot of people who are here who are your friends will attest to that. Tobeka uthanda i-ultramel wena. Udla i-ultramel ulala, udla i-ultramel uvuka.
Expose.
Unenkinga ye-ultramel. Kahle wena kufanele bapika stage name sakho kufanele sibe no-ultramel in the middle nje somewhere. Nginamanga na, please. Vumelana namqala. Unga-explain. Vumelana namqala.
Okay, ngiyavuma. There was a time actually bengifuna ukuthi ngifake igama ku Facebook ngithi ngutobeka ultramel mahlangu. It was that bad. It still is, but ngathi yabo sekungcono manje. But yeah.
I think also umuntu wes3 engim experience who comes to my rehearsals apart is Kaftin kungukuthi ngisho ukuthi ukudla khona futhi irezani uhleze nje une plasticana nje nebag ethize namakhekhe ne-ultraman egcwele
vele iplastic lase Spar noma lase Pick and Pay ngizodisha out nje while siku rehearsal ukuthi yabo so that the food can keep us going before we go to lunch. I'm just one of those.
Yeah, Josie, follow up.
Hello, Tobega.
Hi,
How
Joseph.
have you been?
I've been good. How have you been?
I've been alive. You know, we used to be friends, Claude, me and Tobega.
Serious? What happened?
Before the fame.
How No, people.
No, I didn't mean we stopped being friends because of the fame. I'm just saying before it. But yeah. So what's up? Are you good? How was, I think it's a common question that people ask you. Maybe it's do you still do contemporary?
I do.
You still do heavy runs?
I do, but I do that in my private space.
Okay.
Not. I do, and the people think because I think abantu but confuse ilento ye vibe ya Joyous 22. When I joined Joyous Joyous, that tender song that I did I think yavele yachinja nje perspective yabantu ngamba cabanga ukuthi I've completely gone that route. And actually not. There's still songs that I write for myself. Uguti also with songs that I've written, there's those that I'm just keeping for myself. Uguti, okay, these are the songs that I'm going to do when I record. I can't just put them out there. But just because we Joyous ngingene ngale vibe, I just thought, okay, you see, because I started this way, let me just continue ngale vibe. Go Joyous, you get me? Okay. So even when I'm invited, my endaweni, if I do or I pop out a song, you contempt, they just feel good or they feel good. We understand, because I think most of the people that know me now, they knew me from Joyous going forth, so they don't know Utobega before Joyous. So I felt okay, no mangfuna ucula contempt manje, I can't really do it because they feel good bafuna itene, bafuna hlabelele, bafuna yabo. And I'm not always there. Sometimes I just feel good. I want to be Utobega, I want to go back where I started, but I can't really do that because when I'm invited to shows or whatever conferences, they full bafuna moya kulenda bafuna le vibing yenza good Joyous and yabo iyangvalela manje. That is why ngithi most of the songs
iyangvalela.
Like I can't have the freedom. That is why
Palingoma right there. Iyangvalela lento basela umoya wami uhlukumezile. I've already given you 2 lines now.
Like kunzima, you get that I want to sing a song and then umfundisi athi utho ukuthi kwi repertoire yami nje ebengithi ngiyicula at whatever church that I'm invited. Akuna ngisho nengoma eyisinto nakancane. Bese umfundisi avele athi or oyi-one avele athi no kufuneka le ngoma before uvala, and I feel good, but there was not a song that I had planned to sing. Yabo? So ngivele yeah.
But also I've been curious about that song, the Umoya Kulendao. Was the dress code part of the presentation? Oh, okay.
No.
You were not trying to dress the genre.
No. Actually, a lot of things went wrong there. I was not even supposed to have that outfit. So yeah, it just went. It just yeah. And we want to you happen to see like probably your outfit like 2 days before the recording or like a week before.
Yeah.
So I felt okay, let me just go with it anyway.
Ngiyaphinda. Moya wakho uhlukumezekile. I've just given you a line for a hit song. Bongamelanga ugcokele zampahla lapha ngapha bayakuvalela umoya wakho uhlukumezekile. Ngiphile line Joe. I think just put a melody, put a vibe, send it back. We'll work on it. See release. Umoya wami uhluphekile ukhulume ngazo zonke lezi. And apart from my verses, try and mention, all these incidences where the dress wasn't right. Uzabona na ukuthi uyirhyma kanjani. But umoya wakho uhlukumezekile asingiyawubona manje.
No, I'll do that. I'll do that.
Thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And your message to
female. Can I quickly come in there? Let me come in there quickly, Tabeti.
Yeah. Hey, can I quickly come in there? Ask guys ukuthi akana petrol.
So, yeah. Can I a quick question? Mkhuluko manje asiye ke la petrol.
Can I quickly how much kwenzakalani? I network groove, I'm fine.
Young Kruger, but I see it. I guess Panugo was on your time. Anyway.
My word.
Yeah.
No, come in, my brother. Come in. I think
my biggest question for songwriters, specifically Tobega, you are put in a space whereby you are in a project, you have to submit a song. Obviously, you've been submitting songs to different producers. Obviously, Joyous has a particular music director and producer. Lebos Kubela has a particular music director and producer as well. And obviously, even on your projects, you have someone different from all the other people. My question is, how do you deal with protecting what has been in your mind when you're putting together the song, when you're writing the song? How do you what ways do you have in terms of say meeting the producer and say, here's my song, this is the concept I had? Because sometimes it can go south. You can present the song and it can sometimes just sound different from what you expected and in a wrong way, but how do you work around that?
That is always hard. Actually, I think when someone asks a song, but obviously I can't really present the song with the arrangement from the instrument side, but I'm talking about the vocal side. So if I have to give someone a song and then I change it completely, because from the first place, when someone asks me a song, they will just tell me, okay, just look at write it for, let's say Olile Mwangu asks for a song. I know man, Tobe kuyafika kimi uthi no man, Tobe uyangazi, you know my style. So write into ocabanga ukuthi izosuta mina, and then I write that kind of song. You get that when I give her the song, she loves it and it's complete. And then it gets to the producer. Sometimes it's vice versa. You give the producer and then it gets to the artist hands. Basically, vele ishaya indiva. Vele yaniniva instead of a tarashi. So it's so painful to have to give someone a song and then by Shincha, because I would ask myself this question, which, okay, I believe that if you came to me and asked for a song, you respected me that much and felt I will deliver, ne? And in giving you whatever song or sound that you want to get. And please get me clearly, ne? There are those people abazoshintsha ingoma, even if ngibanikeze ingoma ngendlela engithanda ngako ene ngafuni ukuthi ishintshwe. There are those people who will change the song for the better. You get those people who will make the song even more beautiful, yabo? And then such people I appreciate. But there are those people who will completely change a song. Who feel good, but I just feel good. Ngabe angibanikanga ingoma. So they're just those challenges that we come up with. But hey, yeah, let me say, I think nginenhlanhla yokuthi uma nginikeza umuntu ingoma, bayi-delivera ngendlela engifila ukuthi bekumele iphume ngakhona, or even if bayishintsha, abayishintshi completely. But yeah, there are just those moments where I'd give someone a song. Vele, if mhlawumbe bethe ufuna something African, mara uma seyicula sekuyi-jazz manje, ama-galaxies. Or uma ethi ufuna something ema-galaxies, ufuna itende manje phakathi, yabo? So babuhlungu uma unikeza umuntu bese ingoma bese athi yo ngiyayithanda. And the most painful thing is that when you give them the song, they'll be like, yo, this is deep, this is nice, I like it as it is. No man, this is proper. And then the minute udiga vele umuntu vele afake vele kumosheke, yabo. So yeah, those are just the challenges that I come across. But other than that, people that I give songs, they respect ukuthi ngibanikele ingoma ihle, and I would just appreciate if they would just, they would just sing the song or deliver it as I gave them.
Yeah. Bafethu marungamazi uthobeka nango uthobeka now uhlukumezekile umuntu esekhaya bakuhluphe kakhulu.
Uhlukumezekile ubone ingoma ukuthi uNkulunkulu wakho, not to say ukuthi ngicabanga njani, but ubone ukuthi ingoma le kahle kube bebayicule nje ngendlela engibanikele yona ibiyophusha bavele bayeninive.
Yazi mina ngihlekiswa ukuthi uthi uthobeka khona la ingoma ufuna ukuthi ibe nama-galaxies bona bavele bafake itende.
Like ushintshelani, and because even when you approach me, you tell me ukuthi I want a song that is like about complex, ingoma deep and stuff, and then I give you exactly that which you want. And then you feel manje ngathi ufuna ukuthi ibe ne vibe encandweni kancane. Wayibonga ngicela ingoma ye vibe encandweni ngibhalele yona. So it's those challenges that we come across. But all is well, guys. This is Opola when time goes on. Zopola when time goes on. I just felt ukuthi I need to say this ukuthi ngiphola.
Uhlukumezekile Ramaloko. I've given you your hit song. I'm telling you, I'm not going to say this again. Habo bhala ingoma yokuhlukumezeka.
She even knows how many songs. Uthi there's 4 songs.
About 4. Yo.
You know what? We need the names of the songs. Shame and name.
No, I can't. I can't. The devil is a liar. I cannot. Not in this space.
Oh my word.
Hey.
Okay. Maybe just tell us the song. Tell us the songs that are out there.
Most of the people or almost everyone engibanikeza ingoma, they deliver it as it is, or bayenza nje ukuthi bebetter ngalendlela ebengicabanga ukuthi bazoyenza ngayo. Just ukuthi it's those few off-ramps. You get me, guys?
Maybe you can give us a list of the songs you've written, and then we will breeze through it and figure out if this one sounds like it was revisited from the original vision.
Oh, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
right. Yeah, it is what it is.
But just as a side note on the rather question, in your case, what would be your greatest preference? Would you prefer that if you gave me a song and I'm working on a project and I started having ideas around it, would you prefer that I cross-reference with you before I put it in circulation, or is it just one of those things where you feel like I can go ahead and then you'll just and put it on the
Well,
list as
I
song
think
number 5.
How do I put it? I think if I give you a song and obviously I trust you enough for which you deliver it as it is important to check with the person. If only you feel whatever change or whatever enhancing that you are bringing into the song is a complete change from how the song was given to you. You get me? So if, let's say I give you a song, and you feel there's some enhancing that you want to do or there's some change that you want to do. Now uzobona ukuthi lokhu ku normal or ku extreme. Now ku extreme vele nami ngizovele ngicake kume release ingoma. So you might as well just, I think it's wise to check with the person, which this is the song that you gave me, and I feel this is what we can do. This excites me. So what do you think about it? I think it's only fair to run the song by umuntu okunikeza yona if you feel you're going to completely change. But if you know whatever you are doing won't mess up whatever I've given you, or it won't completely change whatever thing that I've given you, I think then you can just go on. Because namina nikeza ingoma, well, yes, I choose ukuthi nginikela bani, we understand. So already if I don't tell you don't change my song, I already trust you you deliver it well. Whether it is with delivering it exactly as it is or enhancing, I know that you deliver it well. So there's no need for me to say, okay, before I give you my song, these are the rules and regulations. You understand? But if you feel you want to bring about change and it's going to be a complete change, then you need to run it by me. I think that is only fair.
But also, maybe just to get a better perspective on your position, because I think it's a complicated position you have. Do you not think it's the references for, like, for instance, between the three of us, if I work on a song and Collie works on a song, and if Lebo works on a song, we guarantee difference. And the challenge now becomes, I don't know how to measure how far I'm going with changing a song. For instance, there's exercises, it's not an exercise, but people who are generally close to me tend to get exposed to some songs the way I received them, like the original version and the final product they're hearing on the album. And 9 out of 10 times, they always say, yo, they sound so very different. But that's like my regular for me. Every time the distance between the version I get and the final product is some, I don't know if it's, but also the difference, I guess, with me is that compositionally, because I've been working with songwriters for a while, I know how fussy songwriters can get. Like, for instance, if you write a song and you go Ugulenda and I come Ugulenda, I know how it irritates songwriters.
And we asked Joseph, even the smallest change can change the song. So I think the wisest thing to check with the writer, not to say we writers are fussy, but
But I think this is exactly the point I'm trying to understand from your position. Is if I'm doing an album with 18 tracks and 7 different writers, do you find it practical for me to run it by every writer?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
So what do you recommend in light of that?
I recommend ukuthi no, but Joseph, like I'm saying, Guti, okay, you are saying, Guti, you can never know when you are exceeding the line, or because sometimes if you feel like you are doing something that one would think which is extreme to you, it's normal. But I feel ukuthi uzobona man nawe naso upushe kakhulu man. Wait, like if ngikunikela ingoma man, naso udeep kakhulu, naso pushe kakhulu, uzobona ukuthi ay ngeke guys, ngiyahamba manje and ingoma ifuneka la. So I wouldn't know when you need to check with a writer. When is the right time for you to check with the writer? Am I doing the right thing, or am I adding too much, or am I not doing justice to whatever, but I think you'll know, especially because it's most of the time it's producers who would ask songs for whatever artist, and we ask if ucela ingoma always give, we ask ukuthi uma ngibhala kanjani, uma ingoma zami ngizipresenta ngifuna zibe kanjani. So before you even ask a song from me, you already know ukuthi uThobeka is this kind of a writer, and if ungayenzi into nje, you might not know everything that I would dislike kwingoma zami if ku-edwa into ethize, but I think you would know ukuthi uma uThobeka ubhale i-vibe enje, and if ngeza so I think mhlambe la ngabe ukuthi sengihambe kakhulu, or I feel ukuthi if I do this kuyoba ukuthi ngiyayishabalalisa ingoma and stuff. I mean you guys are that good. If umuntu ongakwazi ukurealize leyo nto shuthi ignorant. Ngizokuthatha lokho as ignorance.
Thobeka ngiyakuxosha, bye bye. Thank you so much for coming through. Ngiyazi ukuthi awuqedi wena. Mara
thank you for having me.
Ungakhohlwa ukuthi uhlukumezekile.
Lalela ngiyayisenda manje. It's 7 minutes long.
Ngicela uyithumele sizobona senzenjani.
Kulungile ke, bye.
Thank you, bye. Hey guys, nimbonile uThobeka ukuthi hey, yeah. Baraka, I know that some of our international guys, we sort of like left you out a bit, but we pray for divine intervention, that our tongues get translated to English, so that some people can understand. Apologies to all the guys that are outside the country, but we love you. We were just touching here on songwriting, and Thobeka is one of the females that we always request songs from, and yeah, if you're a female out there and you're a writer and you write well, send just make yourself expose yourself to producers as well, and write some songs and let people hear your writing. And I think people shouldn't be afraid. And I'm stress this. I know this is a male-dominated industry, but we really would love to have women and coming out strong. So be strong in the Lord. Our last guest, great friend. If I can tell you which year I met her, I think I'll be exposing my age. But it was really years ago in a rehearsal, but I'll tell you about it. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Puleng March, hitmaker, Baba, hitmaker. Puleng, how are you?
I am good. I am super. Thank you. How are you?
Ngikubhekile uyahleka nje uThobeka uyahlekisha flat ulele phansi.
Uhlale ngihlekisa uThobeka niyamazi.
U-Ultraman. Hey,
yeah. Manje uyadla ubhizi uyadla.
Uyadla already but kuyasimiyeke. Are you well?
I'm super. I'm happy to be here. I'm
Thank
happy
you.
to produce this talk.
Thank you. Ngathi ungasi-invite ku-Mccoy, amanje asazi songena sithini. But I'm sure.
Guys, sorry for the background. Bengine live here, Mccoy, so I decided.
I know it just ended. I know. Yes, I know it just ended right now. You have a project called Mccoy Nkosini, which runs on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
And it happens every week, every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday at 6.
At 7 between 7 and 8, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming through. And I know you're tired. You've been sitting there from 7 and it's already 11 hour movie. We'll try and keep it short, but there's a lot of things that we can talk about. You are recently known as one of the joyous singers now, but some of us know you from the first album. Good night, my boy. This is busy. Across a podcast. Good night, boy. I'm coming, man. Sharp. Awungitshela ulevel abantwana bakalali babhizi nama-iPad ngalesikhathi. Hey, asazi bafethu. Kufuneka ibhande. Abantu babhorekile kufanele babuyele esikolweni labantu. But thank you so much for coming through. When I met you, I think I met you around the same time that I met Abo Gama and Jakes and all of them, and Abo Robi. I remember. I think, if I remember well, it was probably just before Redeemed recorded their first album at Grace. I think it was at Grace, and what type of. But I came with Wafana to the rehearsals, and you were going to have a launch. I think it was a CD launch, or you were doing a gig, and you had everyone there in the rehearsal, and I still remember the song, man. I need your love, I need your love, a cover. And you were nailing it. And oh yes, Boy was playing piano. I think you had Wazi, and years ago. We were team so I can't reveal because hey, so keep on my files, Are you well?
I am Superman. I am good. And just so excited to be on your talk show.
Let's talk about that album. What happened? How did you guys get to record that song? Who recruited you? Who promised you Ferraris and all of that?
Oh, okay. I went for the Lion King auditions, which we all know that Level M is running those. So he decided, which has instead of taking you to the UK, I'm giving you a contract. And then I signed under Till Dawn, where your Jakes and your Robbie Malinga were in-house producers. So when I got there, they asked me, ufuna ukwenzani? Mina ngathi gospel. Obviously, mina ngiyi-PK, ngiyisindisele, I just want to sing gospel. So, but man, there's a gap in the industry. We want you to do this. Uzosibonga later. So yeah, angithi ngiyifikela ngizazi. I did the album, and yes, it did well. It gave me
I remember.
And the summer nominee, all those things. So yeah, I learned a lot from that. So that's how I got to sing all those songs.
But now, why didn't you do a follow-up album then? Because you only did that album, and then there was a bit of silence. I remember you started doing tours with Lundi as a backing singer. But
no, the Lundis fell before I did the album. So why I didn't do the follow-up album? So when we already started working on the second album with your Giselle brothers or Temba Mkhize, they brought the big giants for the second album, but Puleng was not there. I wanted to do gospel. Ngabaleka ngaya phesheya. Ngaya phesheya, ngayenza the Lion King, and when I came back, the company vele bisingekho, so I got an opportunity to do what I love and what I wanted to do.
Yeah, but Mauya Peshe, where did you go? Were you doing Lion King London or doing? No, you're not doing Lion King. Were you doing Lion King?
Lion King, yes.
And
I was doing Lion
King. Okay, we'll talk about this next time, because I almost asked a question that some people are not supposed to be hearing, because you ran away from the company. The CEO was still a music director at this side. So
it wasn't really running away, man. I was still in the family. I was still with the family, because Level M is Lion King. So I was still doing this, just the studio part and doing the album, the second album. I was like, nope, I'd rather do this, and maybe let's see Mangbuya. Maybe I'm in mind to do the second album. But unfortunately, when I came back, I was like, and the company now you're very busy.
Yeah. Okay. But I mean, you wrote some songs back then. You did a lot of writing. Writing is not a new thing for you. You've been writing for years now.
Yeah, man. I wrote for that album. I wrote for the Kwaito Stars as well. I wrote for Ulundi. So I've been writing for your Robbies. I've been writing. Yeah.
And Robbie, you wrote some songs. I mean, you knew Robbie Vele way before the album, actually.
Yes, I wrote for Robbie, and we have introduced to your Ntandos, to your Brown Dash, to your Mzegezeges. So he introduced me because he was working with them. So he saw which I can write when we were working on my album. Yeah. Even for the love songs and stuff like that. So he invited me to come and write for those guys. Yeah. So yeah, that's how I got to write for them as well.
Do you remember all the albums where you wrote the songs? Especially outside gospel, the other love stuff that you wrote.
I think I did a gospel track for Umzeke. I don't remember. I don't remember what Brown Dash's thought. No, I don't. Yeah, but
you don't know?
Yeah, I don't. And for the Giselle brothers as well, I did a song, and even for their artists as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then fast forward, you come back from London, you come back from Singapore. You did few gigs, blah 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 blah, and then hi man, it was you that if I remember, if it was you or no, I don't think it was Tobe. What was Tobe? Who was pregnant, heavily pregnant when we were doing Lundi's gig and was jumping hard? It was you, ne?
No, it was Zodwa.
It was Zo. Oh, sorry. I thought it was you. Hey, I remember.
Yes, but I was jumping as well. So I was also
yeah,
jumping,
I mean,
but I was not pregnant. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that those years you guys, you know, you were really touring and doing heavy gigs, and Abosabo, they were there as well as young boys.
13 years.
Hey, okay, fast forward, what made you go to Joyous?
Because, like I said before I started, I wanted to do gospel. Ne?
Yeah.
So guys, bengisha mina ngithi uNkulunkulu whatever platform oyivulayo mina ngiyangena and do lento ngibizele yona, this lento engifuna uyenza. And Joyous was the first call I got when I came back, because before I left I had bengikhe ngahlangana noBaba Mkhize. We were doing Lion King after party, something like that. So he was directing the show. It was me with Bafiki Zolo. So washo lapho wathi wena uze lana ngoba wena uya worship and things like that. So I was like, okay, but sizakhuluma mangibuya. So when I came back, I decided I don't care what the platform injani as long as the gospel. So that's how I joined the gospel. So luckily when I came back, he called me and said, there's a space, come, who's a good Joyous. That's how I joined Joyous.
Someone is asking a question not relevant to this, but is asking, so is Sbu Vele Umzagazagana? Can you confirm that?
I'm not gonna say.
I mean, you wrote songs. Okay, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about you and Joyous. Hey, how many songs have you written songs for Joyous since you figured Joyous?
I only like my first song. Okay, no. It was a hymn. How I started with hymns and known songs like Yontate Kimang. All I did in those songs, I wrote the verses. I wrote verses, and the only song I wrote was Kilaula Kimoya, my last song on Joyous. And after Joyous, I wrote for Ukoli, and I wrote for Ukoli Mngango. The last English song she did, or the one before that.
So just 22 or something. Eh?
Yep.
Sure. Okay. And then obviously going towards the end, the biggest song that you wrote.
Getsemane.
You are the writer of Ewe Getsemane by Sbu Noah. Can we just confirm that with you so that those who are trying to claim that it's their song, they can hear this quickly on the show?
I can confirm that I wrote Ewe Getsemane Wazalwane. Amen.
And Lebza, you saying something?
My brother, we trapile pinele. No, we trapile pinele. Like you. That song, I think the interesting thing about that song is one of those songs that rock. Even if I can sing it, it will still rock.
Let's confirm that later, because let's confirm later because we're not sure about that line that says.
But yeah, my point is it's a strong song. You get it.
Thank you.
When did you write the song? Did you write the song when he asked you for a song for his album, or is the song?
And he didn't even ask me for a song, eh?
Is it?
The song Bokumeli be Yaka Xoli asked me for the song, for songs.
Okay.
I gave Xoli like a couple of songs. So some of the songs was Tata was Bekala for her album, and she decided to hey, Lenny Zonghlula ngoba yabona ifuna that vibe. And then by that time ebedinga ingoma, and then Siyangoba also suggested that bakhulume nami ngathi wathi Xoli, no, I still have songs zamalo, and then it worked, and they also added something lapho kwingoma yahlangana, and yeah, that's how the song.
And how did you feel about them adding a thing? I mean,
I honestly didn't have a problem. Like she said, if it works and it sounds good, and you obviously you give your songs to people or you know, and if it works, why not? And namangi is a good because my songs are very simple, you know, I'm more sing-alongs, and I really don't have a problem if it works. And yeah, actually, yeah.
Guys, follow up. Okay.
Morolo. Oh, I thought Morolo wants to go first, since we are in the neighborhood of him. How are you, Puleng?
I'm good, son. How are you?
I'm trying the best I can in this complicated world. Yeah. That March in your surname, is it your surname? Or is it
it's my surname. It's my surname.
Okay, let me not ask too much about that. But about the song, I also think it is a phenomenal song. The specific thing I appreciate about that song is the position you took in talking about Christ, because we are all at the cross. I mean, all of us, when we write, it's like we are all on Golgotha. But you, what led you to the garden?
What led me to
writing about the garden experience instead of going to the cross?
I don't know. At that time, it was almost about like we were approaching Easter. Actually, the melody Ingzele from, I think, December. So we're approaching January, February. I was just reading about the cross, about the garden, about the blood of Jesus, about Jesus. So I was mostly reading the word about that. I think the inspiration also came from there. So and every time I get a song, I go to my phone, I record it, I write down, you know. So I think it just really came from the word and what God was saying to me about the beauty of the garden and what we get from there, who God is and the cross, all that.
I know that's how. There's actually a friend of mine who was giving me a philosophical perspective he has about that song. I mean, it's that amazing. Yeah, because he was making the argument for saying, well, the language is probably not the best, but his argument is that Gethsemane is actually where we could say our redemption came from, because it's the place where if Jesus had said no to the cup, we wouldn't have Golgotha. So it's like, I'm just saying, it's a phenomenal concept. Yeah. Keep writing big things.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So can people call and ask and request songs?
Definitely they can.
So in library I never misuse, so we can come in and tap and jere.
Ewe, you can.
Thank you so much, Puleng, for coming through, and we celebrate you. And I think I know personally, and the guys as well, and we know that you've been writing, and do you produce? Because I mean, you've worked on too many projects now. Do you supposed to be knowing how to?
I should. I was listening to Rumbi, and I'm so inspired by her. I should work on that. I should start your manager. Yeah, I would love to though. I would love to. You must teach me, guys.
Okay, someone just is asking a question. What inspired the song Velangamandla? Sbo the Sun Mkhize is asking that.
Oh, Velangamanda is actually not my song. I heard it. Somebody was singing it. It may be one of Joya's songs, right?
Yeah.
And they never did the song. And yes, Zadlula, but the song kept in my song, in my soul. So when my album came, I decided to do the song. I forgot the lady, but Ukona is living. She approached us after. I'm actually the lady that wrote the song. Because when I asked guys whose song is this and stuff like that. So yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you as well for making sure that you find the writer as well. And I know that there's few people that do that. Abanye, they just run for public domain or as nominated as a writer, you know. We've seen that in the church. But thank you so much for coming through, and uNkulunkulu akubusise. Into zakho sihlangane kahle. Sobona Wednesday kumakoti angisho.
Please. Nomakhwenyane baza.
Sizofika thina sizochecka nje
Silungiselela nina phela silungiselela nina.
All right, take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, guys. Bye.
Sharp. So there we go, guys. I think today we're just celebrating women, and we just want to say, look, we see you, we know that you are there, and I know that there's quite a lot of them who are keyboard players that we couldn't get hold of, but yeah. And I know in the gospel space, I can tell you that there isn't enough. We need more women to come through and just produce, especially for team producers, guys. What's going on? Label, what's happening, man? Where are female producers?
Yeah, they're coming in slow. But I think this episode for us, really, it will encourage more that are, as Rumi was saying, there's a doubt in most of them, you know. But I think after this, more will be encouraged, you know, more will be encouraged. So I think also for us, it's just a matter of us making it our responsibility as well to go out there and keep spreading the word so that we get to know those people, those women who are really doing great things in terms of music production.
Josie?
Yeah, I think also it's important for the women out there in circulation to realize that it like we always have said, I think it was said over multiple times on our channel, you don't need to play piano to be a producer. I mean, I've had several conversations with different females, and we would be just having a conversation about different songs, like, and the perspectives they have. You just, like, for instance, one of the people I always cross-reference songs with is my sister Grace. She has she has descriptive perspective because she listens to a wide range of music, from pop to R&B to everything. So she would have a very descriptive perspective about you know what works, and she pinpoints the details. And then my sister Hope has a strong radar for songs that work for church. So she won't speak with all those particulars and say this reminds me of Ed Sheeran or what, but she can tell you if something is going to work, and if usually if she likes a song, I know it's gonna be a kicker. But if she's like, yeah, it's cool, but she has this line, she has this big line she has, and it's a huge line. I think all producers should think about it. So for her, if a song is really good, it has to make sense in church. So if your song is like super fancy, she's always asking, well, okay, so where in the program during a service? So it's like, yeah, so it's like, so if we can't fit it in the service, and you know, for us, for gospel, our playlist, our DJs are the worship team. So if the worship team can't use it, it's like you are and you see, and all those kind of thinkings, that kind of shows you that there's a lot of really, I mean, I have a friend of mine, Noktula. She would, in fact, first when I started listening to CCM, like this American, Australian stuff, Hillsong, Jesus Culture, and all this stuff, she's the one who introduced me to this genre. And she listens to a project and she will point out a remote thing. Like she would listen to albums I did and start telling me about sections. Like she can tell me about a thing that Level played that I didn't even care about. It's like, and you're like, oh, okay. And so when you see people who think in those categories, you kind of realize that there's really, Jesus says the harvest is plenteous and the laborers are few. And I guess we should pray to the Lord of the harvest to bring in more female laborers. There's really highly competent females who can give us a lot of value for our industry. Just that they think they need 20 years of first figuring out how to play an instrument. And it's not the instrument, the piano, the software, all of those are secondary. I mean, there's a lot of big producers, which I'll leave unnamed to just avoid PR problems, who only learned Logic recently. And there's a lot of very decent, very good producers who can't use Ableton. And it's not an indictment on their production. They're like light years ahead of us. There's some great producers who don't know what 10K is like, they think it's 10,000. So you know what I mean?
Yeah, once you start saying dB, can you please just take it to 2 dBs lower?
So it's like, you know, man, your gain structures, like, okay. So all those things, but they're putting out huge productions that are selling multi-platinums without, I mean, I've never met Robbie Balinga, but I heard a lot of stories about him that he doesn't have the language, but he could tell you, could even sing the groove to you. And he's been responsible for many hits. And there's a lot of them like that. I think just as a word of encouragement, if you're out there and you have songs in your heart and you have ideas, if you're able to listen to a production and feel like they could have done that differently, a specific thing, like where you feel like, oh, okay, this chorus repeated too many times, or you feel like this key is weird, or all those little things, you're already thinking in the realm of production. So perhaps I think if it's any word of encouragement to all the sisters out there, despite all the challenges that come with it, I think you would be adding tremendous value to the movement.
So we need female producers, guys, music directors. Please come through. Let's have a chat. There's a lot of work that needs a different, a female perspective, you know. So yeah, I think we are done for today. Again, guys, remember that we are producing singles, the three of us. One single, a song for those who are strong in the Lord and during this time. But we're saying, come through, and I know that WhatsApp group, WhatsApp gifting is paying, so people can raise some cash. It's only 18,500 to do a single with us, so I'm sure that's like 3 groups, 3 pays. I don't know how you guys explain it, but we've been seeing it's trending, but I'm sure people can work on it. And as well, consult with Crochet for text. The one piece interested, I'm 6,000. I don't know, corner, I was on season, I'm a text win. But as producers and singers, as you've been promoting this concept, I think it's time for you guys to promote your albums as well, or your singles that we would have produced for you, the 3 of us. We will see you next week, Wednesday. Thank you so much for coming through. And again, we're pushing women. We're looking for women. If you're out there and you know a producer, send us your stuff. Let's listen, and let's find a way to showcase it and promote it so that everyone can see it. Remember, the singers, we are producing them, the three of us. The three of us will produce you. Don't miss that opportunity. I know people are making cash out there. So as we close the show, I'm going to close with a rendition from Rumbi. And after that, we'll straight log out. I will not be coming back. Female producers, but okay. Sisters, please come out. Remember, singles, guys, have started. To those who are in the UK, just know that we have an office that side, a person who's really supporting us and who's pushing us. You can get in contact with him as well, Stephen K. Mpofu, and he's handling that office that side. And yeah, guys, I think like this thing has been trending. I think just saying I'm a sports out to split the group. So saying I'm a sports out 3 to split the group. So
what group are we talking about?
No, I'll explain offline. So yeah, let's talk about it offline. It doesn't need marketing here. So it doesn't deserve marketing here. So please get in contact with everyone. We are here. Let's make this thing happen. We are ready. The studio is ready. We were just disinfecting the studios that we'll be using, and we're getting sponsorship and blah, blah, blah for these singles. You better come through. You don't want to miss this opportunity. Let's make it happen. One song, then we are out. Song by Rumbi. Thank you so much, Rumbi, for making this as a producer's vibe today. Thank you. Let me share my screen, guys, so you can see so we can watch the song. It's quite short. It's just an interlude. Yeah. Female producers, check this out, please.
Siyabonga Nkosi Jesu ukulondolozwa kamnandi ukuhlala kuwe kumnandi kunokuphila kuphakade siyabonga Nkosi Jesu ukulondolozwa kamnandi ukuhlala kuwe kumnandi kunokuphila okuphakade.